Welcome back, gents. I have my new Kauger Shaw barreled action in with an Ultradyne chassis, and that's a Bushnell Engage scope. That's 6-24. Just some tentative specs, chambered in 6 arc, and I, as you can see here, am testing the tune of the torque of the action screws. So you can see here I have it at 50. That was the last one I tried. Let's go take a look at some of the groups we're getting, just for funsies. One thing I always find really neat about coming out here during the spring is when you find things like this. It's a total metal jacket. Interesting. Oh, hey. Those pedals are pretty well spread. It's kind of neat. Okay, so this is me sighting in my barrel. You can see there, original group, next group, and then from there I kind of dialed in. Take 2 because there's a lot of wind. So I'm doing opposite of what I usually do. I'm starting in the lower right, and then I'm working left, then up. Usually when I'm doing group interpretation, I do the other way, but that's for powder gradations. Anyway, so this is 40 inch-pounds, 45, 50, 55. So you can see here, this a little bit to the left, this is a little bit higher, this is about the same verticality, but things are really tight. And then 55, we have a shift to the lower left. That's interesting. It almost makes you wonder if like the lighting changed or something. I didn't expect something like that from torque tuning, but it's not something I've done a lot of. So I guess anyone who has far more experience than I, feel free to give their input in the comments, but, oh, a lot of wind. But either way, here we go. That's what the target says. So I tightened things, I loosened things back up, and I went back to 50. And so that's what we're going to trust and go with. Let's do some actual load development now. So what are we working here with our load development? Leverevolution and Barnes MB burners. So yeah, I fired this in one of my other barrels. Let's do it. Here we go, gents. Leverevolution with Barnes MB burners, 105 grains. The Ruag primers, Hornaday brass. By the way, this brass is going on like 12 firings, and I do not anneal my brass, but still, yikes, look at this. It's now doing our standard interpretation, starting in the upper left, reading like a book. So here's the latest charge, which is 26 grains. We got this outlier here, and these are 5-shot groups. A tight cluster there with our outlier there. That's a huge shift to the point of impact, especially for a heavy bull barrel. We have another shift downward, and we have this double grouping going on here, and that is 27 grains. Then we have this vertical stringing, and then the point of impact roughly stays the same here, which is good to see, but you can see the group kind of split apart. Still a little bit of verticality, and these were meant for an AR. I have plenty of room to grow here, but wow. I mean, when your worst group is basically an inch, maybe even a little under, what more can you say? There's definitely room for improvement. But for first time out of the range, where basically we just did some torque tuning, and these are not even meant for the gun. These are not meant for the rifle. These are meant for an AR. So far so good. I don't even know what to say. I'm basically speechless at this point. But I'm very happy. Certainly. Whew. Anyway, you can tell how it's deceptively cold. It's deceptively cold out. You can see how red my fingers are. I need to go warm up a bit. And I need to decide what the heck to do next. Because I do have more ammo out here, but I was going to use my Wilson combat barrel in my AR.